LwCad 4.2 new features. In this video, I would like to show you what is new in version 4.2. First update is in curve primitive tools. Line, rectangle, circle and arc. Now these curve primitive tools can be used also on polygonal objects. So we can slice, subtract and intersect polygonal objects in real time. When these tools are used on curves, we can use same boolean types as previous version. So we can add, subtract, intersect and cut. So new updated version works also with curves and also with polygons. Boolean types are automatically set, depends on which geometry is in a viewport. If we start using these tools on the layer where we have both types of polygons and curves, then we need to switch which type of geometry will be affected by booleans. So we can subtract, let's say, curves or polygons. This update makes curve primitives much more powerful. Let's say the line tool with slicing real-time booleans on polygons. This tool completely replaces the knife tool, and this tool is much more flexible. We can use it in perspective viewport, and with polygon on this polygon button we can restrict the use or slicing of this tool just on the selected polygon. So we are slicing only this polygon, or we can enable slicing all viewport, so the slice will go through the whole object. Next update is in polygonal primitive tools, box, cylinder, sphere, pipe, arc, section. These two have updated add boolean mode. When add boolean mode is enabled, we can switch between reduce and not reduce mode. Previously there was no switch, all object was not reduced. Now we can enable reduce mode and result will be reduced. So as you can see on these two objects, here on the top previous version, on the bottom the new version. Sometimes it is helpful to have these additional lines from operation, so there is a switch and you can decide whether to reduce or not reduce. Next update is a new Quad Mapper UV tool. It is a new tool for quick UV mapping of objects which are based from quad or semi-quad polygons. So we can quickly put UV map on roads and sidewalks, such as these examples. So I can set here UV map on these roads, or with linear mode we can quickly add, let's say, this brick texture on the wall, which can have also some windows and doors in it, and with these green buttons we can expand selection to all building. So as you can see, Quad Mapper is a very useful tool. For more information how exactly this Quad Mapper can be used, please watch a special video for Quad UV Mapper so you can understand how this tool works in depth. Next new tool is Curve Divide tool. With this tool we can add divisions into segments of lines, polylines and curves, so we can divide curves. Very useful tool. Next new tool is a point tool. With point tool we can add points to curves, curve segments, line segments and also to polygon edges. Rest of the changes in this version are on already existing tools. First, Vault tool. In Vault tool we have two new additional OpenGL buttons in viewport: tangent mode and boolean mode. We can switch on, switch off directly in viewport. So when I turn on the tangent mode, then you can see here are some additional handles which we can adjust the ends of the wall, and boolean button will enable boolean add mode with reduce mode. Next is a jitter tool. In this tool we have couple new features. In this version we have now two random modes, random and uniform. In random mode we can randomly move, rotate and scale with min-max values, so we can move from min to max value, or rotate from min to max value, or we can scale from minimum to maximum value. Also, new change is in scale parameters. We can show object pivot, and we can set pivot location for scaling to bottom, center of the original object, or top of the original object. And we can also restrict scaling along the X, along Y, or along Z axis. This tool has also additional clear all button where we can clear everything, reset into factory default settings, especially these values: min, max, rotate, scale. And under uniform mode we have only one value for moving, rotating and scaling, so we can not randomly, we can move uniformly, we can rotate uniformly, and we can also scale uniformly. Next little adjustment is in Railcon tool. In this tool we have two new options: source pivot X and Y. When using any shape library object for cloning, with these two parameters we can set location of how object is placed in the viewport according to current pivot, cloning pivot. So with 50-50% the object will be placed in the center of pivot. Next very useful new feature is in distance tool. It is new total distance parameter. So when I create some permanent dimensions in the viewport, tool will always calculate total value of all dimensions in the viewport. So in this case it will be 2.5 total of value of all dimensions. This parameter is editable, so when I change it now to 3.5 meter, then last active dimension is adjusted to fit the total distance value. Next change is in the pipe tool. Pipe tool, here is a updated offset mode. Now it has same functionality as it has in version 3.6. So we can enable offset and adjust this offset, and we can enable handle offset mode. This is something like mode 1, mode 2 in version 3.5, but under different names, and but it do pretty much same. It works also with curve mode, road mode, of course, this offset mode. Next update is with fix mode in box, rectangle and window tool. So now when you use window tool and or box or rectangle and you enable fix mode, then even if you drop tool and use another tool and go back to the same tool, then fix mode is still enabled or disabled. And when tool is in fixed mode and you starting from fresh, then dimension of this fixed mode are loaded from shape library from current active preset. Another addition is in a floor tool. When floor tool is applied on the object, we have here some additional option, radius option, so we can enable or disable radius mode for new floor object. Next small addition is in profiler tool. In profiler tool we have now additional keep curves option. So when keep curves option is enabled, then original curve is not deleted after profile is created. Next update is in UCS phase tool. UCS phase 2 has a new rotational handle, so now we can easily rotate UCS in the viewport. We can rotate UCS also through numeric panel. Just set angle value and click to rotate. And the last new feature I'll show you in this video is with axis snapping. So when we have defined some fixed UCS and we are using any tool with axis snapping, so I will enable axis snap. Now axis snap is updated, so we can snap directly to origin when axis snap is enabled.